Robbie bringing you another episode of Detroit Tigers Franchise Mode here in MLB The Show 18. This is episode 101. Hope you guys are having a great day and are ready for this episode. Of course, this is going up on Sunday, so we are going to do something a little bit different. We haven't done it yet this season. We're going to do another prospect overview. We're going to go to AAA first. We are going to check how the lineups are doing first before we pick a certain young player to focus on for the video. So we have Derek Fields leading off in center. He's batting .250, 6.5 home runs. Randy Edwards, the DH, he's a third baseman. See potential, 67 overall. He's batting .369, 2 home runs, 20 RBIs. Joey Van, 377. Out of the 3-hole in left field. Greg Bird, 215, struggling a bit. Roberto Farley, right field, 5 home runs, 248 average. Colin Moran, 244 home runs. Third baseman, left-handed bat. Rob Refsnyder struggling, 187, 3 home runs. Grayson Grenier batting .200. So AAA team is for the most part struggling. We picked up Raul Mondesi a couple episodes back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So pitching staff for AAA. Kyle Ryan, 78 overall, 26-year-old, 5-1, 1.49 ERA. Christian Benford, 2.80 and 3.01. Josh Gaskins, top pitching prospect for us, 2-4, 5.86 ERA, struggling so far this season. Kent Emmanuel, we saw him briefly in spring training, 1.43 ERA, doing very well. Brian Mitchell, 3.48, 3-2, so he's doing halfway decent pretty much. Sherman Metz, 2.75, long relief role. Kevin Ziomek, 6.17 ERA, struggling. Akil Morris, sub-1 ERA, doing very well. Blaine Hardy, who was on the big league club for the last couple seasons in AAA, unfortunately he is starting to decline due to age and stuff like that, so that's why he's there. We still have him to go. Josh Hader, key potential reliever, an inning and a third so far this season, 2 strikeouts, so he's done well. Brady Feigl, 3.86, and Joe Jimenez, probably one of our best relieving prospects aside from Hader and a couple other guys who are mostly in AA. 4.97 ERA, 12 2/3 innings pitched. So we are going to check the calendar. We're going to take a break from the big league club today. We are going to, actually before we do that, we're going to simulate the series against Seattle. So we're going to stay as the Tigers for a moment. Johnny Zambrano injured for a little while. Carlos Abreu is back. Simulate to the end of the game and we win. Okay, so he's back and injured, so we're going to auto that with Betancourt. So we take 2 of 3 from Seattle. We'll quickly check the inbox. Alright, so the Pirates called up player, like earlier is done, scouting BJ Craven. We'll come back to, we'll do that really fast so we don't forget. Okay, where is BJ Craven? We looked at some of these guys already, most of which we need to still scout out for ones we've already started. 70 over, okay, not as good as I was expecting, but could still be a solid lefty arm if we do pick him up. Alright, so the game is about to start. The Toledo Mud Hens are 22-14 on the season. They're above 500, but they're not the best team here in AAA. So we're going to see if us playing as Colin Moran can help them out a bit in this one. Christian Benford on the mound, 3-1, 2.80 ERA. We mentioned that earlier. 31 strikeouts in 45 innings. Only given up 46 hits and 8 walks. So very good control for Benford so far this season. Again, we're about a month and a half in. We have a fielding opportunity to start things off here as Moran. We're going to see how he is fielding. We picked him up in a trade with the Astros a couple seasons ago. I believe that's also where we got Colby Rasmus. Oh, and we already botched that as we pushed hit R1 instead of R2. So that's a huge mistake there on our part. It's not, that's lack of remembering controls, I guess, or just reaction there on my part. But we picked up Moran when we traded for Colby Rasmus. I believe that was season 1 or season 2. It was one Cespedes. He was already struggling as he got injured, I believe, like May or June in that season. So we picked up Moran in that package with Rasmus as a temporary replacement. We still have both men, of course. Cespedes has been doing very well this current season. We're down 4-0 here. We're going to snag that one, not push the wrong button this time. Throw over to first, so Moran with a bit of a redemption opportunity there. First at bat, has a very nice hitting stance. Let's see if we get on base. It's going to be hit right to the pitcher. If that could have been an infield single if that went under his glove. But first pitch is an out. Second at bat, still down 4-0, bottom of the 5th. We're going to try and be a little bit more patient during this at bat, so we'll let that change up below go right by us, even though we probably could have made some contact with that. That is okay. 0-1 count. Fouled off 0-2. That's the one we should have probably held off on. That was a sinker low and just out of the zone. Incoming pitch is going to be hit right to third. To the third baseman. We almost actually beat that throw. So that's going to be an out. Third at bat. Down 4-2 now. We're mounting a bit of a comeback. Let's see if we can help that out. Bottom of the 7th. The starter still in there. 70 pitches in. Hit to right center field. Is that going to dunk in? Nope, that's going to go right into the center fielder's glove. Thought almost thought we had it hit there. We're not helping Moran's case whatsoever. We may see him with the September call-up group. Down 5-2, bottom of the 9th. Leading off this inning. So we'll definitely see him later this season, especially if there's injuries on the infield. He'll be one of the most likely candidates to be an internal replacement option for us. We should have just kept the hitting zone right down the middle instead of moving it down. 0-2 to Colin Moran. Right, sinker, we foul that off, and I think the poll question for this episode will be, who do you guys want me to prospect overview next? That'll be a few episodes from now, not going to be right away as we fly out to left center field. Center fielder is under it once again. And Charlotte does beat us here by a score of 5-2. Not the best way to start off this season's prospect overviews. So our AAA team falls in this one. Kind of a close game. We didn't do too much to help anyone's case. I'm going to cut out one more time, return back to the big league club to see how they're doing, and then we're going to wrap things up. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so before we wrap up this episode, we're going to make it quick. We're going to do some scouting, have early pick up some intel on an international prospect. We have a couple down here we sorted by potential. And that brings us to the bottom of this list. We already have Bullard looked at from last time. Solid 21-year-old kid from Jamaica, 75 speed. We need more speed on this team in the future for sure, because that's the only thing we really lack. Nino Pinto from Venezuela, 21-year-old right-hander. He's already 70 overall. Two of the ones I was looking at for this time for early to draft was Luis Casilla, 65 speed, 75, 80 contact. He's already an 80 overall. He's already at his peak for the most part. His offense, 75. Actually, he's really good. He's a switch hitter too, so he hits better against lefties than he does righties. 75 of 80 contact against right, 65 of 80. That's really good. He's more of a hitter kind of outfielder, so we can actually like that. So we might focus on him a little bit later, but we're gonna look. There's a pitcher that we were specifically gonna focus on, and I think it was Bob Wilburn from Alaska. I think that was. Let's see. So international pitcher, someone we're gonna look at. We have our Western scout looking at a starting pitcher. We have our new Eastern scout looking at an infielder, and our Central scout is looking at some outfield depth. So we are going to have Mr. Early look at. We're gonna have him look at Wilburn. We're gonna focus on some of these other guys for him next time, and then we have those. So sometime next episode we'll check up on some more scouting. We have our next bunch of last couple games against Cleveland coming up, and then probably have one episode. Next episode we'll play one of these upcoming games, and then the episode after that will be the May review. We're 22 days away from the draft, 33-9 to finish off this video. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Detroit Tigers Franchise Mode, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. We'll see everybody next time, and be sure to vote in the poll above. Hope you guys have a good day.